All right, you've got decades of experience, you're smart, and you're tired of watching younger folks cash in online while you wonder if it's too complicated for you. Here's the truth. Starting a side hustle at 50 plus isn't just possible. You actually have an unfair advantage. And I'm about to show you 7 ways to turn your experience into extra income without becoming a tech wizard or spending money you don't have. I'm Cher, and 3 years ago, I was exactly where you might be right now, retired, bored, and frankly, a little nervous about my finances. I tried a lot, the good, the bad, and the I'll never get that time back in my life again. Now I help people over 50 find legitimate side hustles that actually work, not the scammy stuff, not the get rich quick nonsense. Real opportunities that respect your time and don't require you to learn coding or to become an influencer. I could overwhelm you with a whole bunch of different business ideas, but that's not helpful when you're just trying to figure out where to start. So instead, I organize ideas into 7 simple categories. Think of them as your side hustle starter menu. Now, the first category, for those who like to use your words, if you can write clearly, you can make money. We're talking freelance writing, editing, or even creating simple online courses. Here's why this works for you. Businesses everywhere need someone who can write something that does not sound like a robot. For years, you did work emails, reports, and presentations. That's your training. You don't need to be Shakespeare. You just need to communicate clearly. Start on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr. Pick a topic you actually know about. Maybe it's your industry, maybe it's a hobby that you have. One woman I know spent 30 years in HR. Now she writes employee handbook content for small businesses and makes about $1,000 a month working around 10 hours a week. Now to category 2, organizing other people's chaos. Virtual assistance work is perfect if you've spent years keeping things running at your own job. Scheduling, email management, basic social media posting. These aren't new skills for you. You've been doing this stuff for years. You just weren't calling it virtual assistance work. The beauty here, you can start small. Maybe you have the time to help one busy entrepreneur 5 hours a week. That could be $400 to $600 a month right there. No fancy certifications needed, just reliability and basic computer skills. Category number 3, sharing what you already know. Online coaching and consulting sound fancy, but here's what they really are. You helping people who were where you are maybe 5, 10, or 20 years ago. Are you good at budgeting, career transitions, managing a team, losing weight after 50? Someone out there needs exactly what you know, and they'll pay for it because experience, real lived experience, beats book knowledge every time. You can start with one-on-one sessions for $50 to $100 an hour. There's no website required initially, just you, a Zoom link, and your hard-earned wisdom. Category 4, using those creative skills that pay. If you've got any creative abilities, such as photography, graphic design, or even video editing, this one's for you. Businesses need this stuff constantly. Social media posts, website images, marketing materials. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not a professional designer, and you don't necessarily have to be. Tools like Canva have made basic designs so simple that if you can use Facebook, you can create professional looking graphics. Now, I'm talking about simple stuff here. Local businesses need venues designed, real estate agents need property flyers, event planners need invitations. This isn't about being an artist, it's about being dependable and decent at visual design. Now, you might be thinking, oh, this all sounds great, but I barely know how to use my email. I get it. Tech anxiety is real, and frankly, it's the biggest thing holding people over 50 back from making extra money. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to be a tech expert. You need to be willing to learn just enough to get started. That's it. Can you send an email? Can you use Google? Then you can do this. Think about all the things you've learned in your life. You figured out how to use an ATM when those were new, remember? You learned how to text when cell phones came into existence. You probably even survived the transformation from paper memos to email at work, which I remember was traumatic for a lot of folks. This is the same thing. You learn as you go, and honestly, your clients don't expect you to be a tech genius. They just want someone reliable who gets the job done. Now, category number 5, selling without inventory. Affiliate marketing and drop shipping might sound complicated, but they're really just modern versions of something you already understand, recommending products you like and getting paid for it. With affiliate marketing, you share links to products. Someone buys through your link and you get a commission. There's no inventory, no shipping, no customer service headaches. You can do this through a simple blog, email list, or even just recommending products to friends on social media. Drop shipping works similarly. You set up a simple online store, but when someone orders, the supplier ships it directly to them. You never touch the product. Now, this one takes a bit more setup, but it's not rocket science. And there are plenty of tutorials out there specifically for beginners. On to category 6, making money from content. This is blogging, podcasting, or creating simple digital products like templates or printables. These take time to build, but you can create passive income down the road. I'm not saying you need to become a YouTuber with millions of subscribers. I'm talking about sharing what you know in a way that helps people. Maybe it's a blog about gardening after retirement. Maybe it's a simple podcast about navigating Medicare. Maybe it's templates for meal planning that you sell on Etsy for $5 a piece. The key, pick something you'd talk about anyway, something you're genuinely interested in, because this type of side hustle requires consistency and you won't stick with it if you hate what you're talking about. Our last category, number 7, quick cash options. Finally, if you need money fast and you don't want to overthink it, there are simple task-based options. Online tutoring if you're good at math or English, translation services if you speak multiple languages, even voiceover work if you've got a decent speaking voice in a quiet room. These aren't going to make you rich, but they can put $200 to $500 in your pocket while you figure out what bigger opportunity you might want to pursue. So here's where you are. You've got 7 paths forward, 7 ways to turn your experience into income without needing to become a tech expert or risk money you don't have. But I know from experience that information without a plan leads to overwhelm and confusion. You watch videos, you read articles, and then you do absolutely nothing because you're not sure which option fits your situation. That's exactly why I created the HustleSmart guide. It's a free resource that helps you figure out which side hustle actually makes sense for your skills, your schedule, and your goals. There's no fluff in there, just a straightforward system to help you pick your path and take your first steps. Click the link in the description to download. It's completely free, and I promise it'll save you weeks of spinning your wheels trying to figure out what it is you want to do. Look, you've spent decades building skills and knowledge. It's time to put them to work for you, not just for an employer who might not appreciate what you bring to the table. Your experience isn't outdated, it's just unmarketed, and that changes today. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more straight talk about making money after 50. And seriously, grab that Hustle Smart guide. It's the fastest way to turn this information into actual income. I'll see you in the next video.